and welcome to the show. We're almost a third of the way through the National League Rugby seasons already. How quickly that's gone by. The narratives for the tops and bottoms of the tables are starting to form, and a big clash at the bottom of National 2 East takes us to the very edge of East Anglia. North Walsham are playing in the fourth tier for the first time in 14 years, and their return has been tough to say the least. But it's been tougher for Westcliff, who are looking to get their centenary season going with a win after 8 attempts. Well, look at this move though. That is clearly the message has been received by the North Walsham forwards, because all the team is involved in this line-out move, and they get it over the line. James Basavaraj in the right place at the right time to put North Walsham ahead.
Sometimes the best tactic, even though you've seen we've been quite good with the ball in hand and quite exciting breaks, sometimes just doing the simple stuff and getting everyone in the maul is the best thing you can do.
Massive hits from Jamie Walker on the tired side. Advantage coming, Duffield to Hodgson, had loose, goes for Jones, Jones with the break, Knight on his outside, the Knight in shining armour leads the North Walsham Vikings to a second try, and all of a sudden North Walsham have found their spark.
The scrum holding out nicely for the backs to run a good move. It was a really nice line from Josh Jones, right through the Westcliff centres, and then a nice little draw and give on the 15 to allow Knight to go basically under the posts.
North Walsham threatening that 5 metre line once again. Scots this time. Advantage coming as well for the home side. Hodgson to Loose. Brilliant sweeping pass going out to James Riley. He tries to get around the first, just brought down a few metres out. It's a penalty try. Well, it was a really very much illegal tackle from Westcliff, but it all comes from that North Walsham pressure. They fancy having another run. It's Hodgson deep inside to his brother. Great run. Runner number 8 is going to go all the way. Had the support from Basavaraj. Over the top to George Luce, and the youngster will surge over the line for the fourth of the afternoon. North Walsham flying high and siving through Westcliff.
Really great try, quick thinking to take the penalty quickly. After the pace of the game, Westcliff maybe just thinking they'll go to the corner, try and secure the ball, but superb switch move to Will Hodgson to break through the middle, and then lovely offload to Frank Scott, and then lovely offload again over the top. Obviously the prop's not going to make it from 22 yards out.
George Luce, England under 18 star, showing his talents. Here goes Bannister, steps past one, dragged down by Frank Scott. And now Westcliff, the closest they've been to the North Walsham try line. They step down, looking to go down. Whatever Danny Johnston said to them out on the pitch at half-time has clearly got them fired up 4 minutes after the break, and they're on the board.
Yeah, that was an absolutely rampaging start from Westcliff there. The inside pass was intercepted, and Westcliff have gone all the way through to go and score, so well deserved I think in the end.
Duffield has 2 on his left but plenty on his inside. All eyes on that 5 metre. Westcliff looking to hold strong, but there's a run from Frank Scott, and that goes to the try.
North Walsham just needed to keep the ball there and relax and get through some phases, and then it must have been the best part of 8 phases. It maybe could have been finished off slightly earlier when Josh Jones could have passed it to James Riley, but the job was done in the end.
A shame to lose, and that ball bounces kindly for Basavaraj, looking for his second. Westcliff woes at the line out continuing. They just can't get them right at the moment. Hodgson toward in Sikorsky. He wants to try, and the Sikorsky will surge onto the scoreboard. What a score for Ethan Sikorsky. Having waited 10 minutes to score in this half, they've got 2 in the space of 2 minutes. Like buses for North Walsham, they get a 6th. Coop, advantage coming for a knock-on. Into Brightmore. He loves the contact, the substitute front rower. Coop with 4 on his left, one of them loose, into Hodgson, and that will go into James Riley. Well, the jet will surge onto the landing strip, and it goes right underneath the posts. 7 tries to the good. They hand Westcliff some real woes in East Anglia.
Pretty relieved at the minute. We've worked really hard over the last couple of weeks and probably been on the end of some results that maybe Probably we didn't really deserve the scorelines, but today, we've turned up, things have gone our way, and we're really happy. So,
what was the major difference between the two sides today?
We lowered our error count and we kept going for 80 minutes, which is something we probably haven't done at times. We've been in games, but we haven't put an 80-minute performance together. So, that was as close as we've been probably. We're a very young backline. 12, George Luce he's only 18. Josh Jones, he's only 19. So apart from me, it's very young. So to see them step up today and do some really positive stuff and make plenty of line breaks, I'm really chuffed for them. So they can be pleased and hopefully they grow and we kick on for the rest of the season. We've got nothing to lose. We've come a long way in 2 years, and it is bringing people out. The crowds are bigger. For the young fellas, that's brilliant to go and play in front of that. So, we can't lose. It's only up from us.
Well, a cracking day for North Walsham here in East Anglia. The club's got a great history with many players going on to do great things in English rugby. And I'm joined by one of them here, Jack van Poortvliet. Jack, thank you so much for joining us. What were your thoughts on the game?
No, it was a brilliant game, wasn't it? Both sides going at it pretty. But Walsham sort of came through well. They've had a struggling start to the season a little bit, but of up and downs. But it was good to see them get a bit of the width on the ball, considering the weather and stuff. But no, it was really good to see the boys go really well.
I know you've been having a few reunions here as well because you plied your trade down here.
Yes, no, this is my home club. I've come down with Freddie Stewart as well. He was a Holt boy, but his brother's playing for Walsham. But no, I've come down and catch up with lots of old friends and people that you haven't seen for a long while, and a lot of the boys, a lot of the lads, because my dad played here as well, so a lot of the lads that played the club rugby here. So it's good to catch up with a lot of people, and obviously I know quite a lot of the first team, and I actually joined them on their social at the start of the year.
Wow.
So yeah, I joined them in that and had been at a few club dinners or club lunches. So no, it's good to be here. Good to support the club because it means a lot to me, and I hope to be playing here at the end of my career at some point. Yeah.
Well, it's certainly great to see you back. Now, of course, there's a great connection with this club to Leicester Tigers, where you're currently plying your trade, and you've also had experience with Leicester Lions, who are doing so well in National 2 West at the moment. How important do you think that relationship is between the Premiership clubs and the clubs in 3rd and 4th tiers?
No, it's brilliant. I think obviously when I was 18, when it started at Tigers, I wasn't probably getting any game time or anything, so they sent me on loan to Leicester Lions, and to have that experience of a few games of men's rugby just really, and it makes you learn so quick about men's rugby and what it takes and things like that, and makes you grow up fast. So to be able to have that opportunity helped me develop so much, and to have other boys have that opportunity is brilliant, and it's extremely important that clubs have that link.
And it's amazing, it's great to see your time off just before the Autumn Nation starting. Great to see you down here as well. Would you like to see more rugby fans coming down and enjoying the community game?
Yeah, definitely. I think not only just for the rugby side of it, but I love coming down to a local club and catching up with friends, and it's a real community down here, and it's a real lots of local lads and girls, everyone coming down. So just for that fact, I love coming down here and just spending time with people that you know, and just getting a bit of that community spirit, getting out of your house and things like that. It's brilliant. So yeah, I definitely recommend it. I absolutely love it, and whenever I'm back home, I always try and come to Walsham on weekends. So yeah, I definitely recommend it, and for those of you that are considering it, I'd highly recommend you get out and get busy, come down to your local clubs.
Great message. You did the job for me there, Jack. Thank you very much for letting us join you on your trip down memory lane. Here's the rest of the highlights. Let's head over to National 1 now, where there was another top 4 clash at the Rock.
Rosslyn Park looked to make amends from last week's loss to Rams, but Cambridge were not in a sympathetic mood, Billy Walker taking their 3rd unanswered try. The hosts finally got going with 23 minutes to go, Benji Marfo with the best of their 4 tries. But it was not enough to stop back-to-back losses against top 4 rivals. Rams would have been smiling whatever happened at the Rock. It was nearly a different story though, as Elliot Creed put Birmingham ahead 10 minutes in. But Seb Reynolds' side went on to dominate, Henry Bird and Jack Rossiter both grabbing a pair of tries to make it half-century on the way to 8 out of 8 bonus point wins. Not wanting to be left out, Sale FC outclassed Chinner on their own turf with 7 tries, Callum Morris getting them started. Jason Worrell did take a hat-trick for the hosts, but a fistful of errors gifted Jonathan Keep's men victory, Neville Edwards profiting twice. At the Ferrens ground, Taunton Titans made easy work of the first half, Isaac Doughton giving them 3 tries in 20 minutes. 5 tries on the day would give the Somerset side 2 wins from their last 3, but Hull's Mike Adlard put in a stellar performance to help the winless home side grab a scoring bonus.
At this level, I suppose you can't You can't give side starts. Other than that, I thought we played really well in times. You know, we played some good rugby. We looked dangerous. You know, but it was a good combination between backs and forwards. But you know, it's hard to take. You know, and we don't seem to have the luck of the green. You know, at the moment.
Staying at the bottom, Esher looked to cause an upset against high-flying CINDERFORD when Miles Rawston-Rudd surged over the try line to give the promoted side the lead. The Foresters woke up half an hour through, making the 120-mile journey home with 6 tries, George Bolton scoring the best of them. The mid-table battle takes us to Silver Lays. The first 30 minutes were defined by Plymouth Albion's physicality, Harry Wilkinson scoring twice. Bishop Stortford had a weapon of their own in their pace, and that gave them 5 tries to win the day in Hertfordshire. Austin Pope with a stunning effort here. And the Friday night lights certainly delivered. Darlington Mowden Park impressed more than 2,000 fans with 4 tries, Matt Minogue grabbing 2 of them. But Leeds Tykes made them work for a 3rd win of the season, Kieran Davies helping to light a fire under the visitors, but the night belonged to DMP. Thanks to the Northern Echo Arena, nearly 5,500 people enjoyed National 1 in round 8. Find out more about our partners VO at ncarugby.com. It's the same teams in the top half. Rams' latest bonus point win puts them 4 clear at the top. CINDERFORD and Sale FC close the gap on Rosslyn Park. Darlington Mowden Park are in touch with the top. Taunton Titans are up 3 places but only 5 clear of Chinner. Hull and Esher continue to prop up the rest.
Let's head back to National 2 East, and who can continue their wave of momentum at Aberdeen?
Bury St Edmunds and Sevenoaks both won last weekend, but 2 sin bins would cost the visitors, Finn McCartney profiting twice for the Suffolk side. Whilst it was a win to cheer for the home fans, a late yellow meant Sevenoaks piled on the pressure, Scott Sedgwick scoring and Ben Adams securing a losing bonus. It was 3rd versus 1st at Dry Lees, with Blackheath travelling to Henley Hawks, and they struck first, Tom Baldwin powering over 7 minutes in. While Max Titchener's kicking put the Hawks in touching distance, a brilliant move finished by Jake Lloyd was enough for Blackheath to take the win in a battling encounter. Fans at the Woolhams were treated to 9 tries in a pulsating game, with Dorking leading at the break. Old Albanian drew level through Kev Rakio. The visitors had an immediate response through Andrew Ramsden, ensuring a 5-point win, while the hosts could take a scoring bonus.
We found it very difficult to match their energy and intent. We got back into it at the back end of the first half and early in the second half, but to concede straight after we'd scored in the second half took the wind out of our sails, and we just couldn't get the energy back in our game to challenge again. So congratulations to Dorking, they did well and they thoroughly deserved the result.
It took a while for things to get going at Canterbury. Having led 10-0 at the break, their second try came on the hour through Elliot Lusher at the Mall. While Rochford 100 responded through Damien Brambley, it was never enough to take the win away from Matt Corker's men, a first in 4 games. 46 miles east, a top half tussle saw Barnes pull themselves 1 point behind Tunbridge Juddians at half-time, Cameron Roberts scoring here. This one would be decided in the final quarter as Pete Dankert's men put in a late surge, Tom Nichol putting on a show in an entertaining encounter. And an upset on the island, having let a 15-point lead slip. Worthing Raiders drew themselves level with 11 minutes to go through Harrison Sims. But Guernsey well and truly had the bit between their teeth as Ethan Smith seared over 2 minutes later to take the roof off Foots Lane. National 2 East fans certainly got a lot for their money. Only one of the 7 games had 6 tries or less. No prizes for guessing which one. The big winners this week are Dorking, who climbed from 6th to 2nd, capitalising on 4 teams above them losing. Tunbridge Juddians stay ahead. They are one of 6 teams separated by just bonus points. Guernsey and Canterbury enjoy climbs, while North Walsham are 6 points off safety.
Here's the action from National 2 North as Otley aimed for 3 consecutive league wins at Harrogate.
The answer was yes, but only just. Leading by 3 points at half-time, Otley were hit by Harrogate 2 minutes after the restart when Jacob Percival found the line. But this North versus West Yorkshire clash would go to the visitors. Clark Wells making it 3 tries in 2 games for 3 wins on the bounce. In the news of unbeaten teams, Fylde are keeping Rams company with 100% starts after 8 rounds. Ben Turner taking the first of 7 in style. Their latest victims were Tyndale, who've now won just 1 in 5, as Chris Breer's side continue to impress. Tom Carlton taking 2. At Clifton Lane, Rotherham Titans returned to winning ways in emphatic style, Harry Dunn doubling their score after just 12 minutes. The score did not do justice to Huddersfield's hard work in possession, but this Yorkshire derby always belonged to Titans, Lucas Stableman Blue scoring 5 points. It was a better day for Huddersfield's bottom half rivals Blaydon, who showed great creativity to put Alex Charlton through for a lead against Sheffield. While the visitors pushed the Crow Trees side's defence, a first win of the season after 8 attempts would go to Blaydon, Charlton capping it off.
Actually, they're a good side. They've had some close run games this year, and thankfully for them they came good yesterday, and unfortunately for ourselves we were just not quite good enough. Hard place to play rugby. A lot for us to work on this week in training, especially with our coach coming back from Croatia duties, so big week ahead. Looking forward to the Roth game next week.
The other team from the Steel City looked to be having a better time at Hull Ionians. Errors allowing Mark Ireland to kick 3 penalties and be 6 points behind at half-time. But the hosts were much improved for the second 40, outscoring Sheffield Tigers 3 tries to 1 as Lewis Minikin bagged himself 19 points. Over in the northwest, Preston Grasshoppers fought hard for back-to-back home wins as Jacob Brown helped put them 5 points ahead early on. But Chester have won 5 of their last 6 for a reason. Strong middle 40s, demonstrated with 2 tries before the break to become unreachable. And a nail-biter at the Avenue. Sedgley Park were hoping for a comfortable day when Reece Harrison grabbed their second try. Wharfedale earned penalties out of them, which Tom Mann kicked with 10 minutes left, but their own defensive errors allowed Jacob Tansey to keep Park unbeaten. Some strong second-half performances in National 2 North. 5 of the 7 games were separated by 9 points or less at the whistle for the break. Fyle's scoring bonus means they extend their lead over Sedgley Park to 4 points. They meet at Park Road in the next round. Chester's rise is the only change. It pushes Tyndale into the bottom half, which otherwise is as you were, bar Blaydon taking 5 points to move out of the relegation zone.
And let's finish in National 2 West with a first versus second clash at Westcliff Park.
Clifton's trip to Leicester Lions was their biggest challenge of the season so far, and pack power finished by Alex Giltro helped draw them level. But Gareth Collins' side trusted in their star man Devon Constant to pull clear, the winger grabbing 2 tries to make a big statement in the Midlands. Back in Bristol, Ding's Crusaders were having a tug of war with Loughborough students after 40 minutes, Charlie Cadogan putting them just 7 points behind. The hosts would maintain their performance though, Anthony Welling with the best of their 8 tries for a return to winning ways. It was a better day for the students from the South Coast, Exeter University winning the discipline and fitness battles against Newport Salop. The Shropshire side conceded 8 tries, Josh Thorne with 2 of them, but they did earn a scoring bonus thanks to Tristan de Jager.
We had a bit of a tough day out last weekend, probably a game we wish and thought we should have won, but I mean the bounce back today, 50 points shows everything that we can do. You know, we've got to keep building this now to next week. The boys definitely met them, we got on the front foot and we didn't really let off. We said we're here to win it, I think we've proved that we can, and that we're building every week to go and do that.
At Scotland Lane, Old Redcliffians gave high-flying Redruth something to think about after half an hour when Ash Groves put them 1 try behind. But it was the pack which won it for the Cornish side as Jesse Thompson powered over for their 4th try, making it 4 wins in a row for Redruth. The Western Derby saw Locktonians enjoy a profitable day as they put 6 tries past Starbridge. Charlie Grimes getting them started after 12 minutes. While the visitors scored 3 of their own, they couldn't cope with luck's set piece. Ben Link taking 2 as he climbs to 3rd in the NatWest try-scoring charts. And it's full circle back to Leicester. The Hornets were inspired at the half-time break, Connor Vickery single-handedly reducing a 12-point deficit to draw level. That was 5 minutes after the break. 3 minutes later, Ben Poynton scored the winning try to hold on for 5 wins on the bounce.
So a good day to be at home in National 2 West. Barnstable took the battle at the bottom with 4 tries at Bourneville. Check out the YouTube channel for loads of exciting content.
Leicester Lions avoid the waves of change, which saw Clifton drop from 2nd to 6th. There are 6 points separating the top 6. Lucktonians leapfrog Loughborough Students. Only 1 win at the foot of the table saw Barnstable climb 4 places. Bourneville are rooted to the bottom.
Well, that's it from East Anglia as the North Walsham Vikings charge to a crucial win over Westcliff. See you next week. What's up guys, Warren Muggleton here, reporting from East Anglia. Thank you so much for watching that National League Rugby video. For more from the 3rd and 4th tiers of English rugby, then subscribe just over here. And don't forget to click the bell so you're notified when new content is published. That one there, click and go.